And none of them are girls.
No, I said she's the greatest performer.
Do we continue the debate?
Should we?
I'm down.
But you know what? Gandhi brought up a really good point, actually, when we were doing the debate on the air. There's a lot of people that I'm not sure if we can say things about or how we feel and whatnot, and so I don't even want to get involved in a debate.
You don't want to upset people because everyone has their own opinion.
That's exactly it. You don't want to discredit and discount people for certain things.
And you really got to separate their artistry from their assholery.
Right. Exactly.
Who are you talking about, Nate? You go first.
Well, nope, not saying it.
I mean, if we're doing that, right, because obviously, Michael Jackson's going to make it on there and stuff like that, but Chris Brown, people would make an argument that he's incredible. If you look at his sales, he's a great dancer. He writes all kinds of stuff.
But is
he's
he
an
the
artist
greatest of all time?
I don't know if any of these people are the greatest of all time. I know mine are, but I don't know about yours.
I don't think Chris Brown's in the GOAT conversation, though.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, he's good.
You ever been to a Chris Brown concert?
I have.
It's incredible.
No, it really is. But I'm saying when you're talking the greatest of all time, that's another level. Like, I'm with you. When somebody says Kanye, you want to go, well, what about all this other stuff? But then it's hard to find somebody who's done the other things he's done.
Yeah, he's done a lot, and he has spawned other artists, and he is,
right.
He's a nut job, and we all know that, but he's still pretty damn creative and has been, on top. I really want to give it to Rihanna, so I'm going to.
What about Green Day?
I mean, talented, but the greatest of all time.
I just have a problem with voting for anyone who was manufactured by a record label. Back in the day, before
Isn't that all of them?
That's
everybody.
Well, hold on. Before internet, record labels would kind of like mold and kind of help people.
They would
along
pay
the
people
way.
off in cocaine
and cash.
And so,
Gandhi, that might be part of the stuff we shouldn't talk about.
Let's hear his argument.
The reason why I want to put my vote for Lady Gaga rather than discredit others that will remain nameless on that hill, and the aforementioned. I feel that she came up in the internet age where she struggled by playing small club to small club. She, in addition to writing all her music and playing all the instruments and starring in a film where she won an Oscar and she's got all these Grammys, she's a great actor, but she's a show person. She's meaning she can do it all. She's the complete entertainer, and she did it in an age where there's so much static and noise. When I say static and noise, I mean there's so much going on now. It's hard to cut through it all. And Gaga has done that in an era that is impossible to do it in. And it's static and noise, in case you don't understand what I'm saying, there's so many options. People have got their phones. There's so many ways to experience music and things. It's hard to be that superstar like a Michael Jackson or a Madonna when there was no noise. There was no internet. It was like the labels put people in front of you, and then you consume them like good consumers do. Gaga jumped in and just annihilated it all, shattered it all.
But so did all the other people that we're talking about. They did too.
Also, Gaga won an Oscar for a song. I don't want to make sure we don't say she won an Oscar for acting.
It would still count if she got a Tony and a Grammy.
Yes, but she won an Oscar for doing something she normally does, which is music. I'm saying there's a difference. That's all.
She's still an actress in some films. But
but she didn't win an Oscar for that.
No, I see the point you're trying to make. Listen, we could debate this till the end of time, right? And then somebody else would come along and challenge who we were all saying. I mean, to Danielle's point, I think Ed Sheeran is just phenomenal as far as songwriting goes, artistry. If you've ever seen him on stage at a show, he is up there solo. He will loop his beats. He will loop guitar riffs, and he does an entire show solo.
There's no dancing and no manufactured anything. It's Ed, pure Ed on the stage. Plus, he has worked with hip-hop artists and top 40 artists and country artists, and he has crossed over all these genres, and he sounds good with everything he touches. It's kind of crazy.
And then, I don't know if you know this song. It's called I See Fire, and it's on the Hobbit soundtrack, and Ed Sheeran was so excited to write it, record it. The morning he went to go record it, he goes, I won't put a violin on there. I'll just learn how to play. He learned how to play a violin in the span of 2 hours to put it on the track.
Yeah.
So then maybe
can do that.
Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Ryan Tedder, we saw him pick up a guitar and then turn around and play the piano. Yeah. I mean, some of these people are just incredibly talented. Maybe we need to switch this debate because some of the things that I'm talking about are more like overarching in pop culture versus just an artist being an artist. So I think that there are different categories probably for this, right?
Okay.
Because Ed Sheeran, yeah, he writes everything. If we're just talking about who has written the most, then you could say Ed Sheeran, Ryan Tedder, these type of people. If you're talking about pop culture icons, I think Kanye West and Rihanna definitely would fall into that. Because, I mean, Rihanna is a billionaire. She's the first one. So you can't argue with her success and that she is at the top of everything. I mean, I think even when it comes to sales, she's beyond all of these people that we're mentioning. I don't know why or how, but she is. So, I don't know.
All right, I'm going to throw a name out there, and most people listening probably don't know who this is. Max Martin.
Oh,
yeah, I know who it is.
You know
Yeah.
who this is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The producer?
Yeah.
25 number one singles since 1998. Baby One More Time by Britney. It's Gonna Be Me by NSYNC. I Kissed a Girl by Katy Perry. So What by Pink. My Life Would Suck Without You, Kelly Clarkson. California Girls.
I'm waiting
Katy
for a
Perry.
good song, Nate.
Teenage Dream, Katy Perry. Raise Your Glass, Pink. Hold It Against Me, E.T. Last Friday Night, Part of Me, One More Night by Maroon 5. I mean,
Now he wrote these.
he wrote these and
So then,
produced them.
when that's a different category.
Yeah, now you could bring people like Diane Warren.
The greatest
into the
writer
picture.
of all
Do
time.
think-
You know,
do
Missy
think
and Timbaland.
Like, I mean, he's got 5 or 6 hits by, Katy Perry, 4 or 5 by Taylor Swift. Do you think these people would be as successful without these people behind them pulling the strings?
No way.
no.
Max
probably
Martin's
not.
like a factory that people get
Oh, yeah.
sent to.
Like, they
to
pay
do
him
things.
millions of dollars and say, hey, write me a number one song.
Well, now you just gave me a reason to put Jay-Z in the category, too. Because
sure.
he has spawned the Rock
Oh,
Nation.
yeah, Jay-Z.
Oh, by the way, he created Rihanna. So, right? Jay-Z, did he not?
Yeah.
So, and
Absolutely.
he's had a career of his own. And he's created a lot of artists. So they all owe him. So maybe if you're going in that direction, Jay-Z should be spoken about.
See, I would think Jay-Z over Kanye. In my opinion, I would pick Jay-Z over Kanye for a lot of the reasons Scary just said.
And then we could have, if we're going on that, the argument for Baby, who spawned Lil Wayne and then Drake, Nicki Minaj, and all of those people, right? So I don't know where we even start with this.
How about Babyface? Anyone? L.A. Reid?
I think you have to go Mount Rushmore
Pharrell.
at this point for the conversation.
I agree.
Just because there's no one greatest.
So who are the four?
Mount-
so
well,
so there would be the
Rushmore.
4 greatest. Who are the 4 that are? Can you
I
even
think you
come
go-
down to 4 where there's no argument?
Yeah, I think it has
We
to be
can't.
one for at least from 4 main. You have to determine 4 main categories and then one from each of the 4 categories.
And is
And
it still
also-
Gandhi's generation or is it all time?
I just said our generation. I was thinking people who are still alive type of stuff.
Diamond's
but,
that back there giving
you know,
stank face
who
because we
can?
didn't mention Beyonce once.
Because Beyonce is not the greatest of all time.
She's not.
She's a
Well, then,
wonderful performer.
If it's alive, then I'm going with Paul McCartney.
Okay.
Maybe the greatest
Yeah.
songwriter of all time.
Yeah.
Good.
And the Beatles. I mean, Paul
Yeah.
McCartney, as you
No,
said.
Well,
but
I
they're
mean,
not
look-
alive.
Look what they. No, what I'm saying is what he's done in his career has to be measured as well.
Paul
Diamond,
McCartney
would
and
you-
John Lennon wrote a lot of the songs together.
Diamond, you wanna come in
Do
here?
you want to come argue for
Beyonce.
Beyonce?
Diamond's coming in.
Wait, can't we have categories then, like best, rap person, best hip hop person?
If there was like best
you know.
cult leader, Beyonce for sure.
Correct. That's it.
Is
For
the
sure.
greatest
Oh my God.
artist of all time.
No, she's not.
Performer as well.
She's a great
But
performer.
She
Period.
is the performer of
She's not
our
even Janet
generation.
Jackson.
She's a great performer.
Brody,
Janet
all right,
Jackson.
I'm not going to argue, but you
Well,
guys
that's a
are
good
about
move
to
on
make
your
me
part,
argue.
then.
I'm gonna let
This
you
is the
finish.
thing. I'll take a step back and I'll say that Beyonce is the greatest performer of all time. And the only reason why I would put her above Michael Jackson, who I think would be number 1, is because she has technology on her side at this moment, right? He didn't have that level of
She
technology.
also had the in, by the way, for people. Again, when I talk about manufactured, no offense, she had a lot of help. She had a lot of help along the way. No, she's awesome. I friggin' love her. I went to go see her in concert, sat 8th row. I lost my mind that night, but she's not the greatest of all time.
Okay, the greatest.
But
She's
she
not
has
the
songs-
greatest
she has songs
performer
written
of all
for
time.
her.
Well, no,
No.
which is why I'm saying
Greatest performer. She
is-
just dances.
No, she dances and sings. She is a great performer.
Brody,
I know, but she doesn't play an instrument.
She doesn't.
She does.
And does she write her
She
mu-
does
does she
play
write-
the piano.
Does she write her own music?
She doesn't write all of it, but if we want to go there, then listen. I'm not
She
going
had
to do
12
this with you
writers
guys.
for Girls
I said
Around the
she's
World.
the greatest
how many?
performer.
And none of them are girls.
No, I said she's the greatest performer.
you did
I
it.
give
She's
you
clapping.
that's the case.
I give you that.
then
She's
she's
a great
Wait,
performer.
no, listen. And if that's the case, then Rihanna doesn't stand a chance. And the reason why is because
Shots
vocally
fired.
Rihanna is not top notch. That's
She is
number one.
so good.
She is not the best
She has
singer,
a great
and we're not.
quality
She's
to her
sorry,
voice.
Nate, she's not even top 10. Then, she is not the best performer. She's fun, but that doesn't. She's not the best performer. Also, everyone writes for Rihanna. Rihanna has not written one song by herself.
Oh, shade thrown.
And then she's
hasn't
like a
recorded a song in 10 years.
businesswoman, right? So she's like, I wouldn't necessarily say she's the greatest artist. I think if we want to talk about built and like manufactured.
Beyonce has influential parents.
Hold on. No, stop, Scary, stop.
Did they not
the
try
thing
and
about
push
it,
her sister on everybody like over and over again?
okay.
That didn't
Oh
work.
my
How
God,
influential are
Scary.
you?
Let me
Be nice.
Let me
Be
make my
nice.
Solange went
Rihanna's-
nowhere, so how influential are her parents?
Guys, be nice. Stop.
Rihanna's the way that Rock Nation marketed Rihanna
mean.
after the big situation that happened changed her career indefinitely. Good Girls Gone Bad was good, but if Rated R didn't come right after that and like follow up Full Throttle, the pixie cut, the dark look, she started not giving an F. Listen, I'm telling you right now.
How are you going to say that about Rock Nation when they clearly back Beyonce also?
No,
Jay-Z
Matthew
is
Knowles
married
built
to
Beyonce.
her.
Right.
Matthew
Married to
Knowles
her.
built Beyonce, and then Jay-Z took it and ran with it.
Okay,
I agree.
How do you
I don't
feel
think
about-
there's an argument about her being a great performer. She's a great performer.
Top 10.
I would never say she's the greatest artist of our time
what
because
about-
she's
I took it back. I just
manufactured
said-
just
I
like
How do you
everybody
feel about
else.
Taylor Swift?
I could do without. I'm just gonna be honest.
Why do I feel like everybody was
Not
on the
her
same
genre.
page about Taylor Swift except for Brody?
No,
Except Brody.
Taylor Swift.
You guys
is
are missing
like
out.
A pop icon,
No, we're not.
right? I think she is. But I mean,
Country disowned her.
okay.
Country
she-
didn't disown
guys-
her. She
I don't
disowned
necessarily
country.
know.
Right,
But
Scary.
we'll take
Walk
it.
that one back.
She walked away from country.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank goodness.
they can't break up with her. She broke up with them.
I
Yeah.
started to lose faith in you guys because I'm like, Diamond's not there yet. She's not clapping. But as soon as I saw Diamond start speaking like this,
The nose is sweating.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm serious. You guys I'm not gonna allow you to come for Beyonce like that. Greatest performer of all time. That's
She's
it.
great.
Oh,
Better than
Honestly,
Janet.
Paul
Hold on.
McCart-
Hold on. Better
I
than
think
Janet
Chris
Jackson.
Brown can outperform her.
Not
I'm not
better
even
than
lying.
Janet
I think
Jackson.
he is a way better dancer, singer at the same time.
No.
Like he can outperform her.
He can't sing the way Beyonce sings while dancing. It doesn't work.
I think he can.
Ed Sheeran's a better performer, and he doesn't even need to dance. He plays
Ed
12
Sheeran-
instruments.
Ed Sheeran's music is powerful. Let's put it like that.
It is.
He knows how to make music that feels good
So
in
wouldn't
person.
that make him the conversation for one of the best of all time?
He's one of the best artists of all time. Listen, this is the thing. Nobody is competing with Beyonce when it comes to performing.
Yeah, but
right?
they are, though.
Okay, I
Janet
think they are.
Jackson.
Yeah, Freddie
Janet,
Mercury.
Janet also doesn't. The
Chris
thing
Brown.
about it is that Janet. The only argument I have about that, Janet is one of the best like performers, right? But
Lady
she
Gaga.
also hold on, Dad. She didn't have the technology in
Right.
her
So,
prime
all
that
right, so hold on.
Beyonce did.
So
That's my
I understand
argument.
that, but if you don't have the technology, then isn't harder? So doesn't that give you a little bit of an extra like credit that you had to do it without the technology and doing it with
Yeah, sure.
technology would be a little easier?
You might have me stumped there. Okay, I'll take
Okay,
it. I'll take
could-
it.
could
Froggy,
Beyonce
with the
put on
only
a
good
concert if
argument
she
of the
didn't
day.
dance?
Thank you.
That's the only one I'm going to have. I'm done now.
Brody, what were you saying?
I said, could Beyonce put on a concert if she didn't dance? Right? You're saying she's a great
She's a great
performer.
singer.
Oh, she's a phenomenal singer.
She's a very good singer. But a lot of her performance is choreographed dance that everyone on stage is doing the same dance. Right? She's not reinventing dance. She's doing the same move as the other people who dance. I feel like to be a performer, for me, it's what you like, right? So you like Beyonce's dancing. For me, I like a guitar solo in a rock band with explosions. So for me, Kiss is a better performer than
Oh,
Beyonce.
dear God.
All right.
Talk about dad.
Because
Hit
that's
him.
you don't you don't like that type of music. For Froggy, he likes let's say Brad Paisley, right? Or Rhett,
Keith
because
Urban.
what they do, what they do is what he likes to watch.
Right.
Right? I think you need someone that
Or the
transcends just
or the
dancing.
Backstreet Boys. When the
For
five
me.
of them are dancing with those chairs, that's pretty epic.
Froggy,
Just saying.
get the hell out of here with the
I
Backstreet Boys.
can't say it enough.
Scary likes the Beastie Boys, and they don't dance or play instruments.
Do you think
I'm not- I'm not tr-
are you arguing that they're the best performers?
I'm
not
arguing
allowing
that you can
my
like
personal-
different
I'm not
things.
allowing my personal taste to enter
I'm
the
surprised.
conversation.
I didn't
See,
say
that's
that.
where you and I differ, Diamond. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah,
Because
I'll tell
how
you.
personally feel. I'm taking my personal feelings away from that. Listen, you too.
Are we serious?
Scary, I'll say
Scary,
this:
it's
if
scary.
Scary brought his personal feelings into this, he would have brought up Britney Spears because
No, but we
nobody
gotta
loves
be
Britney more than
logical
Scary.
here, guys. We got to be logical,
I
right?
would have brought up U2 and Beastie Boys, but
Even if I didn't like Beyonce, she's still one of the greatest performers of all time.
I would definitely say one
let's not
of.
take that away, right?
One of the greatest performers.
But is she the greatest?
To me, she's the greatest. But let's take me personally out of it. She's still one of the greatest performers.
She's in the
of all time.
conversation without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
I don't think
I think
there's an
that's
answer. I think everybody is going to pick who they think is the greatest of all time.
I think we need categories.
Yeah,
we definitely
I agree.
do.
Definitely need
Can we
categories.
talk about Barbie Girl?
Come on, even I know that's not
And
the
we're out
greatest
of
of all
time.
time.
Alrighty.
That is enjoyable, but it is not the greatest.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I got work to do.